Happy Friday, everybody. It is Friday. It is Friday. Yes. Happy Friday and happy weekend, everyone. Hope we're all doing well. Welcome back to Breath of Fire 2. As a reminder, we're playing this for the 20th anniversary of the European release of the GBA port, which is this month. And so last time, what did we do last time? We got Cat, we got Nina, we got bonked by Cat bonked Stan, we got Stan, Cat bonked a lot of things, and we died to Terrapin. That's also what we did last time. So here's me getting my revenge. I did do a little bit of grinding up to like level 14/15. The guide recommended 13 to 14, so I went one level above the caps just to see, so hopefully we'll get our revenge this time. And then this time I think I might use the fire rock, because I feel that's a good idea. Because I didn't use that last time, and I feel that I should use this. And that's why. 181 damage. Okay. I think I'll be fine if I heal Nina. Or actually, no, I'll heal Cat. Okay. Stan gets healed. Actually, with Cat, I'm going to use a herb on Nina. Okay. Not okay. Okay, fire ref again. Super damaging. Okay, Stan's being controlled. Crit for 4 damage. Okay, you do that. Nice crit, Cat. Oh, that surf quick attack is annoying. Okay. Good dodge. Okay. Good dodge again. Nice, kill with a crit. Whoo! 2,400 XP and 1,500 money. Get level 15, 16, nice. Nice, 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 nice. What's happening? Well, this isn't good. Now, hi, Ray. This vibration. Good vibrations. It seems like the dam is about to overflow. Oh, snap. Whoa! Okay, that's a pretty cool spell. I think somehow we stopped it. But it won't last long. Quickly, please save the villagers who are in the cavern. Okay, cool. Huh? Yo, that's so scary. Um. Okay. Yeah, so you're meant to. What you're meant to do here is attack the actual like thing on his face. Don't attack the actual villager. There we go. They're all possessed and controlled by the monster. I might keep Scramble on. Maybe. Let's use a herb. Because I have no other healing items. Just the same again. Don't attack the villager, attack the thing. Thank you, please save the others. So now it's free I've saved. Get back to the stairs. Okay. Getting used to this, so I know what to do. Nice crit, cat. Nice one. I'm grateful. I use strength for the demon that's inside me. Okay. Head to the room on the right. Okay. Aw. Nice crit. I'm saved. By the way, did they find the Babu child? Hey, we say we're saving people from being eaten by aliens. Literally. Head back to the stairs. Beside it, this is the village of the next room, and to the right, follow past the other village ahead, and the last room, and enter the path. Told you it'd get worse than the Alien in front. Yeah, it's literally playing Alien, or watching the film Alien. I'm looking all over the village for the child, but I had no idea there was a monster. I was like, okay, so I guess you're technically saved? Okay, well that's good. Talk the last villager and head back to Rave. Or head back to Ray, okay. Where was he at again? Oh, he's over here. But you were correct, you did say it was going to get worse before it got better. Anyway, Ray's being Moses here. Literally. Did we save the villagers? I think we did. Thank goodness, it was the limit. I'm going to remove the shield. Please run! Run! Oh, shit. Was I meant to run there? Oh well, it's fine. Ribaru would be Revel. Oh, okay. I don't know what that means. Boy, that was close. I thought I'd be able to see the villagers alone. Thank you very much. Rival, actually. Okay. I shall give you St. Eva's blessings. This is a token of my appreciation. Please take me to the place where all members meet. Oh, so back at the thingy. The thingy. But how are you, Reese? And happy Friday. Hope you're well. Hope all is good on your end. The old did not recognizing English words when translating. Yeah, I know the early Breath of Fires had massive, like, translation issues. So I do know about that. Wow, we have a lot of money in our bank. Capcom has formed for this. They do. They do, unfortunately. But now we have a lot of money. I'm going to save it because I don't want to do that fight again against the Terrapin, because that was hard. Like, I did grind a little bit in between streams and we beat it, but still. What's the button for the map again? Oh, it's this one. Although this map is not particularly good. So I don't remember where anything is. wants to go to rather obscure way. He wants to go to the hideout. Okay, so it's just. And Gabe's got a new first character, and he doesn't have the same actor as Ace and Raiden for a change. Oh no. I'm slightly jealous. But you'll have to show me him. I'll never forgive Capcom for Burial. It's Belial. It's Belial. Yeah, I know. I know. I know. But again, like it is a lot of like early game translation errors, but again, it's just like can't really do much with it. Belial. Belial? Oh, Alright, you're telling me how to pronounce it. I've always said Belial, but I guess you're trying to tell me how to pronounce it properly. You'll get me pronouncing things correctly someday, Reese. Unfortunately, today is not that day. One day I'll impress you with my pronunciations. The disadvantage of living in Northern Ireland. This was a DMC4, he spelled it wrong and mangled the pronunciation. Oh yeah, I think I remember that. I remember DMC4. Yeah, that was a while back since I last played that game. Man. It was an interesting game though, where you got where basically a gun blade was a motorbike blade. Ah, Nero, never change. I've yet to play DMC5. I've heard it's good. I've heard V is. I know one of my fellow Twitch friends, really likes V. So. From what I've seen of him, V just reminds me of Genesis, or is it Genesis from Crisis Core, who like goes for like who talks about like Loveless. I can't remember who it is that talks about that. But Belial hasn't spent centuries meddling in the affairs of men and undermining the warlord to get so disrespected. Indeed, indeed, indeed. So yeah, I changed my formation, by the way, to scramble, which didn't really help for that fight. Oops. Oh well, let's see what's in here. I didn't actually go in here. Is this just more Grassman thing? I mean, I can't do it now because I can actually pay 30 coins, because last time I couldn't even do that. So let's see the Grassman. Why not? Because we actually haven't done that yet. Oh, the cute turtle. It's very cute. Do you need turtle feed? Yeah, sure. Let's feed the turtle. We have to feed the turtle at least once. Would you like to feed the turtle? Yes. Oh, I was about to say I didn't do anything. I'm playing this game for years and still don't really get the information. Yeah, I looked it up, and it's basically like increased damage reduction on like specific ones. Like there's a big like it actually has a Breath of Fire like wiki on it. Wait, why can't I go out? So yeah, it's a thing. So I can't exit. That's probably why, because I haven't seen him yet. You can see the unusual Grassman right in here. Come take a good look. Hi Spar. Bye Spar. Okay, that's it. Did you enjoy it? Was the Grassman scary? Want to see him again? Get some money from your parents. You have to go out the proper way and come back. Okay, so I guess the proper way is that way. There we go. Going out of a building, going out of a place backwards is the proper way apparently. Or out the back door is the proper way. Unless it's like an entrance exit type thing. Which in that case it is excused. Is there an in here? I don't remember. Oh yeah, you can't. Oh god. Why did I come back here? Because I was trying to figure out how to get to your place. Did I just have to go round? Yeah, no, I actually can't go round. Help? Maybe I have to just go round. Let's go round. Let's see what happens when I go round. Ooh, flame. Okay. Well, I can't go that way. So, no, I can't go back. Well, I think this is where I got stuck. I think this is where I got stuck the last time I played. Because, like, I couldn't figure out how to get back to the place. I think this is where I got stuck. Because you can't go round this bridge, or you can't go round Windia, you can't go across the bridge. And I don't think I have warp, do I? Do I have a warp spell? No, I have time warp. Which maybe isn't correct, but we're gonna try turning it to nighttime and see if the guard moves so I can maybe go across the bridge. Or maybe the bridge. No. To be fair, one dude with long arms making each other people over a cliff doesn't make a lot of sense. I mean, what makes sense nowadays? It's a very good question. Not a lot. Making 3 people go over a cliff. I mean, video games, right? It's across cliff to the south where the distance between the cliffs is not great. Yeah, but we can't go across the cliffs, right? Because there's no way across it. Am I totally missing something here? Maybe I am missing something here. No, I don't. I don't know what the poles on the cliffs are for. Stan pulls you over, okay. Well, thank you. Because I would have not figured that out. See, I don't mind gameplay tips like that. Just don't story spoil. But gameplay tips is totally 100% fine. So I do appreciate that. Thank you, Racy. That's what you meant. Ah, okay. Well, you see, I didn't put 2 and 2 together. because James be dumb. How does that even... Is Stan Dulcim? Is Stan literally Dulcim? Him being able to pull all 4 of them over isn't a super obvious thing to do. Yeah, it definitely wasn't obvious. But at least I know that's a thing you can do now. So I'll have to remember that ability. Knowing me and my memory, though, I will forget, so... That, you know, me remembering is not really going to help much. But I'll try my best. I will try my best. Hey, don't hit cat. Gonna be in hell important later on. Okay, note it. Note it. Wrong buttons. But at least I know, as I say, at least I know now what it is. See, I think that is actually where I got stuck before, and I couldn't proceed. And I was like, what was I doing? Or what did I need to do? And I didn't know about Stan's ability, so I was just like, well... and I abandoned it. So I think that's why I never really finished this game, was because things were not super obvious to me. Because things are never super obvious. But hey ho, we did it. There was a save point here, wasn't there? Yeah, it was actually in the church. Like, you actually have to go to church to save. We're playing Dragon Quest, where you have to go to church to save every time. Dragon Quest. Never change. Although, from what I've seen, they're trying to make Dragon Quest dark, which will be an interesting tech to see how they do that. For Dragon Quest 12. So it'll be interesting to see what they do with it. Why though? I don't know. I guess I'm trying to be edgy. You know, the edge. They're going through their teen emo phase. They already did that to Final Fantasy. Why do it to both flagship series? I mean, I don't know. Yeah, basically, Dragon Quest is going for their teen emo phase at 12. They're flooding the market. That's flooding the market with edgy shit. Yeah, I guess. I mean, I said earlier on today that there's gonna be like a Final Fantasy VII celebration next week or something like that, and I'm like, well, they're probably going to show World T's Part 2 to make the incomplete game less incomplete. And everyone will go mad about it, and I'm like, nope, I don't care. Welcome home, Ree. What do you think? Isn't it nice? We built our room over here. I mean, cool. Is this your village? I mean, is it count as a village with just one house? It's more of a hamlet. Your friends are these three people? By studying excited, this old gentleman? I mean, I wouldn't call him a friend, but anyway. I'm just an old man. There's another big guy named Rand in the upstairs room. Nina, do you want to look around? We're going over there. Okay, bye. Stan, why don't you come with us? Alright! Oh, it's time for the blessing. The person that's blessed that will be given St. Ever's Providence. And that person will be able to use the renew magic. Yes, I got all villagers, so I got renew. So the guide recommends giving it to... I think the guide recommends giving it to Bow, doesn't it? Yes. I recommend giving renew to Bow. Ram, the only buff character who knows what a mortgage is. Yeah, probably. I mean, I guess I just talk to you, do I? Magic, huh? If I have magic, it'll come in handy when we go on a journey together. Do I not just... pick you and then... Oh, okay. So, guide recommends buy, so unless I... Yeah, let's just go with the guide. Maybe. Bless us, it was light. May the grace of St. Ava's always be with you. I should be going now. Bye, Ray. And also, I don't want to, like, piss you off because I don't want to fight you. Oh, change? Change? Does that mean I can change my party member here? Oops, I picked no. Whoops. I picked no. Whoops. I was like trying to go back to pick change and I picked no. Whoops. Well, good thing I saved it. That's slightly funny. Change? Oh, you just get to... Right, okay, so you get to pick your team. He's my pick. I've had to marry one of the Broth characters. He's a pedal, small, half single, probably handsome by his clan standards. Oh, racy. Oh, racy. I mean, you know, I don't blame you. Although, you know, I know your what's the word I'm looking for? There's a word I'm thinking of. Your... Oh, there's a word. I can't think of the word. Oh, it's gonna annoy me. It's a French word. It's like the word for like... Isn't it penchant or something? Something like that? If is Gar furry trash? No, Racy, you're not furry trash. No, I couldn't call you that. I couldn't do that to you. I mean, yeah, it was either going to be Gar or Rand. Yeah, I guess you're right, Racy. With that, there's not much in the way of buff characters because Kray's besotted with Elena, so he's out. Ray's probably not buff enough for you. Yes, I know you like the big boys, and I'm just like, I'm not big enough. I joke. Or am I? No, I just joke. Hey, mister, I've got a question. Which is it, Cat or Nina? Do I have to choose? Pretty sure Bo's a teenager. Yeah, pretty sure Bo is a teenager. I think, and Ox is married. Yes, Ox is married. What'll I choose? I probably did a bad thing there by choosing Cat over Nina. So yeah, there's not very many buff characters in Breath of Fire. Like, super buff. Except for the DS Himbos in Buff 4 though. I present to you those. The DS Himbos in Breath of Fire 4. They're literally himbos. Buff and single, exactly. Exactly. So does it look like I'll be in the clear? The one thief went west, right? Hurry up and find her, please. Alright, so we don't get bow yet, okay. I thought we got bow right now. And Gar has hella PTSD and genocide guilt. Exactly, yeah. So it's basically just Rand. Where was Capitan again? I don't remember these place names yet. I'm not used to the place names yet. Oh, that's right. I can now roll with Rand. I can now do the speedrun strats of rolling with Rand. I forgot I could do that. And I also didn't change my formation. I think Capitan was the town over here. So let's try and roll without bashing into anything. Nope, I'm still bad at this. I'm still bad at rolling. But every time I do roll with Rand, I have an unspeakable urge to sing, keep rolling, rolling, rolling. So let's not do that. Okay, well that's not Capitan. See, the map isn't really going to help me here. Where was that? Is that back? Oh, that was back there, right? Okay, so that was way back at the start. Okay, I get you. Keep rolling, 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 rolling. Keep rolling, 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 rolling. Every time, it's an unspeakable urge. Gotta love those trees and that sign that exist to stop you rolling. I know. The thing is, like, the speedrun does it really, really well. Like, you should see the speedrun for this. It's pretty insane. They use Rand rolling quite a lot. Because it's just significantly faster. And you get less encounters. Because I did see a little bit of the speedrun, and all they did was just do, like, the Rand rolling all around. It's like, you know, you have to... Ooh, parted. Ooh. Oh, let's go hunting. Now, let's see if I can do this correctly, because last time I did it correctly, so... Cat's gonna bunk some pigs. If I can get this right. There we go. Yay! We got some roast. It's really blatant to everywhere else. Everywhere the train looks more natural, but in this section it's obviously to inconvenience you. Oops. That was my bad. Oh, so if you bump, you do, there's a chance you'll get an encounter. Ow! God said those pigs to horny jail. What do the pigs do? Actually, don't answer that. Nope. I tried. I forgot to heal as well, so that's bad. Should be fine. Another Parfit, wow. Isn't that like attack up? I think I read that that's like literally like attack up. And I forgot to heal again. Should be fine. Talking about pigs. Oh wow. He is not doing a lot of damage. Probably because I didn't equip him. Oh, do I not have to have... Shit. Do I not have to have Stan to get back here? I think I do, don't I? Crap. I think I can change party members of Monday though. Maybe. I just realized. Crap. That's bad. But I think I realized. I think I'll be fine, maybe? We'll find out. It's probably gonna be like, hey, you have to use Stan. I'm like, oh, okay. Probably. I wish I had warp. But that's probably a late game thing. How much do you want to bet I can't do this? Yep. Darn. Well, now we roll. That was my own fault for thinking that I could be okay without thinking about Windia. Windia's just like, hey, we can't just let you go through the town. I'm like, please. But at least I know. At least I know. Lesson learned. Lesson definitely learned. I should have known that that's how it would work. Because that's how things usually work. Hey, at least I'm getting EXP for Rand. Vital EXP for Rand. Because we might be using him. Because he has a sort of more of a healer for... instead of... like a decent attacker as well, like, but just not doing that much damage right now because he's low leveled. So we just need to buff him up a wee bit, as if Rand needs more buff. Rand definitely does not need more buff. The focus on my face when I'm trying to roll, it doesn't work. Pure concentration on my face. Now, hopefully you can change party members just anywhere. And hopefully it's not just at the thing. Otherwise I would have made this journey for no reason at all. And I'll be very upset. So hopefully I'm not going to be very upset. I'm going to be very upset, aren't I? I am going to be very upset. It's literally... I thought you could do it at any... Well, I guess that's not technically a save point, so I guess you can't do it there. So I guess that doesn't count either. I'm learning how this game works. Can I do it here, I wonder? Back in your PC, no worries, Reese. The first is real. Oh dear. Okay, so you can't change from here. Ah, I see. I might need to refresh here. Cause I can't yeah, my PC can't handle um let me refresh here. What, you think the mighty dragon god also has the same power as a lodger? Yes. Of course I did. I thought that. There we go. But yeah, your new character is very unique. There we go. Did your first break the stream? Yes. Your first did break the stream, Reese. It's fine. It's fine. It's just that I don't think my laptop can handle opening an image while streaming, which is why Steam doesn't work for me whenever I try to play a game on Steam. That just shows you how bad my laptop is that I stream from. So I think that proved anything. It showed how bad my laptop is, and why I don't use Steam, because literally I can't. Because the last time I tried to buy a game off Steam, it literally just like I was able to get it, but I wasn't able to play it because it just kept force closing it, and I was like, yep, nope, I'm not risking that ever again. So I decided to never get anything off Steam again until I get like an actual like proper PC, which probably won't happen in the near future. But hey ho, it's fine. Trademark, it's fine. Trademark. But I have missed the old the old I've had this now for a good couple of years actually. You know, and it served me well. Like I'm able to stream from it, and I'm able to record YouTube videos from it, which is what I want to do. So, you know, I just can't play games on PC, which I don't do anyway. And I, you know, there's a couple of things I also can't do on it, but you know, generally speaking, it's just like a streaming thing, a stream machine, I should say. And sometimes I use it for like applying for jobs to like upload my CV onto like job sites that do like or job applications, stuff like that. So it's just up for that. Deer. Oh, I don't have cat. Crap. I can't bonk the deer. No bonking deer allowed. At least I know now that it's not as easy as going to like change party members. At least I know that now. And I might just go to from here, might be able to go to the place and get better armor for Rand. Well, I don't think I'll be able to get a weapon from him yet. Because he just punches things, so I'm guessing he's like one of those like things where he doesn't need a weapon, he just punches everything. Which makes sense. I mean, lowering Rand's agility is not really going to help you. Because he's probably slow as all hell anyway. How do you make something slower? I guess you just use like super slow motion. Like in oh, I can't remember now. Jim Carrey and Ace Ventura. The second one I think it was, where he just goes like, "I'm coming to you in slow motion." That's so fucking hilarious. I like Jim Carrey as an actor. Aha! I have slowed you down. Yeah. I think that's it. This is a turn-based game. I was already going last punch. Exactly. Exactly. Like, that's why I think, like, you know, I know a lot of people that play competitive Pokemon are like, oh, speed's really good. But I'm like, well, as a turn-based game, you're going to get your turn anyway, so what's the point? But I guess going first is good, but like, there's some like strats with going slow, like Trick Room. Showing my competitive Pokemon edge right here. As long as you don't shoot Nina, because again, I keep thinking this is Fire Emblem, where arrows are more effective against Nina. Can you imagine if they did that? Whereas like, arrows are more effective against Windians, because reasons. Then again, maybe I play too many RPGs. No, I don't. Yeah, I'm just not gonna heal the poison because I was gonna get poisoned again anyway. And the first gen speed also determines critical hits, so that's why gamblers rise up in their speed. Ah! See, I think I remember hearing about that. I definitely remember reading about that or something like that. Now we're gonna actually proceed with the video game. Because we're here. Oh god, she's actually literally there. Okay, well, let's heal first before we do anything. And let's see if before we do anything else. You watched a lot of J Rose 11 videos, so now it's burned into your brain. Oh dear, poor Reese's brain. But yeah, no, I definitely like I've read a lot about things like that. And the badge boost glitch, yeah, I actually read up about that, or literally watched the video on that like last night, because I was wondering what it was. Because I just was scrolling for YouTube and I seen badge boost glitch, and I'm like, what is this? What does this mean? And yeah, I literally literally last night seen a video about that, which seems funny that you mention it. I literally watched a video on it like last night. Oh, I picked no again. Because I think B is like not picking no. B is like, oh, exit from the thing. So, B is cancelled, James. Always in old RPGs. Darn it. Truly glitchless runs of Pokemon are basically impossible. Yeah, I think I remember seeing that Gen 1 literally has so many glitches in it. Anyway. Oh, mister, do you want to play with me? Why do I have to read these lines? I guess this is revenge. For Reese reading Poopman's lines on Lookguru last night. or last time. Please, I'll be in trouble if I don't take someone. Excuse me, everyone, I have to borrow him for a bit. How do you borrow? Never mind. Now, here we are. You can open your eyes now. This seems shady as all hell. What? What are you so nervous about? Everything? Do you know why you're here? No? Hey, Sana, you did explain everything to this boy. Misery loves company. Very true, Reese. Very true. Well, I couldn't. Do you think anyone would come with me? If I told them we needed a guinea pig? What is happening right now? Are we gonna get experimented on? Aha! You flirted with him to bring him here. It's deplorable. Well, it's okay. See, Granny has the idea. Flirt with everyone. And you'll help me out by being a guinea pig. Granny, you'll scare him if you talk like that. Just relax, it's okay. I'm very sus about this. It doesn't hurt at all. We are experimenting, uniting. What, like the Dragon Ball Z thing where they do fusion? You and I become one, and you know the Wait, what is happening right now? Hey, knock it off, you flirt. Flirt with everyone. Now listen, uniting means we combine the various powers we shamans have with one another. Ah, this is a shaman mechanic. I have read up about this and like read a little bit about it. Person's powers is not something anyone can do. In order to join, you also need some powers. Yes, we understand. Let's just get on with it. Here we go. Please go to the center of the circle. First. Steal from the elderly. Here we go. Please go to the center of the circle. Okay, well, this is gonna go well. Aya! Yeah! One with the power of fire, Sana! Join those powers! Ooh, what is this power? This power is too strong. Ooh. Okay. Literally blew the house off. Or roof off. Oh no, what have I awakened? Oh snap, we literally... Okay. We literally caused the forest fire. Oh my. Who would imagine you had the power of the dragon? Oh gee, I wonder what could have gave that away. When we tried to join, I was driven off. The power of the dragon was too strong. Our shaman power is worthless against it. But I'm surprised that the power of the dragon still exists. Our house is gone. I'd like to imagine she's a glamour girl the other day. Absolutely. 100% agree with that, Reese. Anime Diana Doris, 100% agree. 100% agree. No problem, no problem. Who cares about that? Yeah, who cares about having a house? It's fine. We had the power of the dragon with us now. Yeah, run away, Ryu. Huh? Why are you leaving? I pulled out the power of dragon from within you. You'll give us at least a new house in return, won't you? I don't think that's how that works. We won't ask for much. I just want a soft bed, a roomy bath, and a loft, and hardwood floors. I mean, okay. I don't think Ryu's a builder. And a room for joining experiments, and that's all we need. That's about it. Please find us a house. Okay, then. Alright, I guess right, so we did that. Go back to Capitan. Oh gosh, we're literally, on our own. Again, I'm not going to stop doing that. Running into these enemies. I'm not going to stop doing it. It's like a new age techno dance. Where you don't have to dance at all, it's just literally doing that. Nice crit. And yes, I gave Ryu 2 power fits because I just got them from enemies, so I was just like, yeah, let's just boost Ryu's attack power, because I'm probably going to use him because he's like pro tag powers, so let's give him more attack power. Because why not? Oh yay, Tier 2, sweet. Okay. Go back to Captain guy, standing where Sana was. He tells you the party left and you'll all be right back in hideout. Okay. Let me heal first. What? Your buddies? You come back to the village looking very frustrated. I can't imagine Ryu ever looking frustrated. There you go. Oh, this is a great house. What? What do you want? Move out of the way. Well, I got told. Hey, Ryu, what is that? Are you hitting on the old lady? Really? I'm not Putman, I'm not Putman. Although I am expecting a third route where Putman does hit on the old lady, which would be very disturbing. What? Give them the house? Give our room to that granny? I worked really hard to build our room. I mean, there's plenty of rooms, right? It's a nice house, but we do need a room for joining. Hey, carpenter, would you bring us one? Granny, I am not a carpenter. Besides, that's my room. Say, I want to redo this house. Sure. Would you call a carpenter? Hey, are you listening to me? No, she's clearly not. Did you build this house? You did a wonderful job, carpenter. Purr-bye. Yeah, well, I'm not. Purr-bye. What's wrong with the carpenter? Stop calling him the carpenter, that's one thing. That's not fair, Ryu, that was right, that was my room. But you must have a good reason for what you're doing. Just do whatever. It's fine, trademark. So I guess we just go out? Question mark? Right. And they ask Barry to fix the room, but Tesla will have him Barry's room. Barry complains to Granny and makes some demands, asking you to captain the foreign carpenter. That's where the villagers' saving thing comes in. The three carpenters, one that builds ordinary houses, one that builds the houses on poles, one that builds fancy houses. If you save the two minimum villagers, you only get two, you only get carpenter 1, saved out of 3 or 4. Okay, so I got all 3 carpenters, sweet. I guess that's a good thing? But I have to go all the way back to Capitan, right? And then site is finished. I just join all kinds of people. Anyway, alright, okay, so I do have, yep, I have to go to Capitan again. Well, backtracking, yay! At least this time I have Stan, this time, so that I don't have to, like, worry about where I'm going. Oh, you can't roll in dungeons, that's right. Can't roll in dungeons. And I forgot to get armor for Rand. And see if there, I don't think I have any access to weapons for him, but I forgot to get armor for him. Oh, right. See, I'm too scared to start rolling again in case I bonk again. If it's not enough for cat spunkings, it's bunking into land masses, or trees, or anything else. Because you know we have to do that, don't we? Okay, well you're pretty set then. Seems. Yeah, okay, you're pretty set. Nope, I went the wrong way. Crap. Nice crit, Nina. See, I'm sort of scared to do the rolling now. Especially because, you know, I might need to grind. So, like, traveling while grinding is, like, good. So I'm actually not going to roll. Because I just feel it's better, because, you know, the more battles we fight, the more XP we get, the stronger we get, and money as well, so I feel it is, you know, important. Wow, that was like 3 crits in a row? I think there was a weapon slash army shop in the in Windia. Might as well double check. See, I'm getting used to how everything works now. This punch. But I do feel bad for leaving Cat out, because I did like Cat. I can see why she's very popular. But that's fine. Oh, there we go. There we go. Got some extra attack power for Ran, so that's good. Okay. Yeah, I feel it's just better to fight everything, because as I say, it's just more XP, more money, more everything. That's better. Wrong button. I got the funny number. Then maybe we'll actually proceed with the video game after all this backtracking. Jesus Christ, okay. 161 damage. Okay, Rand. That was like Mega Punch. Super effective. Except Mega Punch is a normal move, so it'll never be super effective against anything, but it's fine. Don't know why I went here. I should finish Legends Arceus, because I know Benji wanted me to finish it. To at least get the shiny charm. But that takes work. Had to mute myself because I sneezed. Sorry about that. I'm sure you didn't want me to hear me sneeze. I have to have some class here. If I don't have any class normally, it's I have class here on that front. Now, where are these comforters at? Um. Hey, Marshmallow. Thank you very much for saving us. Is there anything I can do? Please don't hesitate to let me know. What? You want me to build you a house? Yes. What? You want me to build you a house? But why? Oh, you burned the old lady's house? Wow, that's really something. It'll be my pleasure. So, all I have to do is go to that village and build a house as the old lady wants it? You leave it to me. Well, I guess I'll get going. You just up and left your wife and child to build somebody a house. I mean, fair play, like, but the most resumed off them wang bang. Wang bang? Never mind. Never mind. Not saying a word. But by not saying a word, I'm saying a word. How are you, Marshmallow? Happy Friday. 918. So we have to go back to... Do I have to go back to Hideout now? My name is Locker and I'm a painter. I love the smell of paint. Uh-huh. Okay then. That's something you don't read every day. Just like, I love the smell. Man, I feel old seeing this game. How do you think I feel, Marshmallow? I think he's changed the color of the Windows guy. No, wait, that's Win. I remember Hazel went to see him for it on the boat. Oh, okay. Oh, there's another carpenter. Please send my regards to Ray. Oh, okay, never mind then. I guess I picked my carpenter. I don't know if I picked right, but looks like I did. Without even really seeing the other carpenter, but it's fine. So now I have to go all the way back to Hideout again, great. I remember back in my day I played Super Mario World on the Super Nintendo. Man, Mario World was such a good game. Really hard though, towards the end. I don't think I ever actually beat it. But then again, I'm bad at platforming games, so my skills on platforming games are not good. I definitely do remember Mario World being one of the first Mario game, one of the first, like, well, I played Mario Land and beat it obviously because that's really easy. But Mario World was on a whole different other level. I was like, oh gosh, this thing is freaking massive. What am I meant to do? How am I meant to do these things? Help. Like, even now where you see people doing like Kaizo Mario. Kaizo Mario is based on like the Super Mario Land like assets. Or Super Mario World even, sorry. This goes to show you like how advanced for its time Mario World was. I didn't. I remember the first time getting the special levels. Oh god, they looked like hell. I've definitely like seen somebody play it. I've never beaten it myself, but I've seen someone play it, and I'm like, how do you do these things? I am not dexterous enough for platformers. Which is, it's so funny because like the first games I played were platformers. Like I played the original Sonic 1 and Sonic 2 and Mario Land. And then suddenly I just sort of fell off being good at platformers. Or like doing good at platforming games. Now I'm just like bad at platforming, and anytime there's platforming in my RPG I turn into, I just go at it. Which is why I'm looking, it'll be interesting whenever I play Lightning Returns, because I've seen there's platforming in that game. And I'm like, oh great. Great. Platforming. Platforming in my RPG? Although I didn't do too badly with SMT5, there was a little bit of platforming in that. And look, Bowser's Castle backdoor. Yeah, I know about that. There's literally like a backdoor to Bowser's Castle. That's the concept of that's so hilarious. Like where you do like a certain thing, and then you get to go to Bowser, but like the back door of Bowser's Castle. I find the concept of that so hilarious. Like he didn't think to like close that stuff off. He was like, oh sure, if you do this certain thing, you can get to it. It's fine, no one will ever do it. 5 minutes later, somebody does it. It's like, oh well, snap. I do remember the final boss being really cool, like with the music. I do remember that. Sorry, I had to deal with a phone attack message there. Because it is coming up to it's coming up to Father's Day here in the UK. And yeah, that's the Proton John bit. Move faster, Pokey. Yeah, as I said, it's coming up to Father's Day, and this will be like my first year without my father actually being here, because he passed away in February. So it's gonna be a weird time. But we'll get there. We always do. As I said, like I don't like skipping encounters because it's just like just fight all the counters because you get so much XP and stuff for it. Just better to fight all the fights. I very rarely run away in RPGs unless I'm like really in danger. And do the whole I'm in danger bit from The Simpsons. Oh! Okay, so now we get... Cool. We got our dragon forms now. Sweet. I didn't even notice that until I checked my spells because I wanted to heal. It seems it takes all your AP, so that's like... That's pretty natural actually. That was the first time I noticed that. Wait, I think I've gone the wrong way here. Because the guy, well, I'll go back to hideout anyway just to see if that actually does, like, progress the thing. Let's do a bit of rolling. Let's see if I can actually do rolling. Nope. Oh, I'm so bad at rolling. Good thing I'm not Blanca. Because I'd be bad at rolling. That's the problem with having not having a D-pad instead of the control stick. I think I was supposed to like not go back all the way, but now I'm going back all the way just to see what the deal is. Or maybe I was supposed to go back, who knows? Because the guy doesn't actually say go back. So maybe I went back for no reason at all. Which seems right for me. This house is finished. Yeah, so he's literally here. The carpenter is going to make one free nighting for me. Now on the roof won't keep it even if I make a mistake. So yeah, I did that for no reason. Whoops. It's fine. I should have known to not go back, but I was like, maybe I should go back just in case. But hey ho. It's fine. Call it grinding while traveling. I tried. I'm trying to roll better. It's not working. Roll better. Is that even? That's not even a thing, but it could be a thing, I guess. More round levels. So the guide says the people behind the fancy house full of maze talk that thief. There's sort of people who went west of the boat from this point to follow a path out to get in the boat and go to the next land. Okay. That's what the guide says, so we'll see. I think this is. I think. As I said, it's very around this area where I got stuck before and I didn't know where to go. It's definitely with like Stan not knowing Stan's field ability and also like now this is like seemingly confusing, so oh no. Are we gonna meet Johnson? If we do, it means I have to speak French. And we all know how that goes. I.e. poorly. For me. Because it's in the title of the next chapter that said the frog, and I'm like, oh, we're gonna meet Jensen. Or sorry, Jean. I'm like, oh, okay, well. That's why I didn't heal my poison, because I knew I was gonna get poisoned again. So it seems like EXP is not split. Like basically the ones in the party get the EXP, so I have to be aware of that. Okay, good. You didn't do the poison breath, which I'm happy about. I'm slightly disappointed that I did sort of just go back and forth for no reason there, but it's fine. It's just like the first Breath of Fire where it's sort of not fully obvious where to go, so apologies on that front. Yeah, so what's it say here? Yeah, the people in the fancy house will have moved. There's talk that the thief went west in a boat at this point to follow the path out to get the boat and go to the next land. Okay. So just go west or? From is this Capitan? I guess it is. Doesn't really say, so I'm guessing it is. Oh, come on. Of course I got an encounter right outside town. Of course I did. Why wouldn't I not do that? So basically I went back and forth without a reason there, but... Hey ho. It's fine. So wait, you just go up here? Oh, okay, you do then. We're on a boat. Oh, there's a save point. I probably should use that. Right. Paradox on the next level. Follow the path to the overworld. Head up Nilner Forest. For whale cakes, go through this wood and go to W Cape. Oh, more whale cakes, okay. Follow the path, you'll see a bunch of frogs. Oh, great. Hi, frogs. Ribbit, ribbit. Ribbit, ribbit. Excuse me. Excuse me. No, that's not right. It's over here. Hi? Bonjour, travelers. You must be surprised. No, I am not a suspicious man. My name is Jean. The witch put a spell on me. And I changed into this awful being. If you wouldn't mind, would you go to Witch Tower in the west and ask the witch to take the spell off me? S'il vous plaît? It's not as bad as saying Loup Garou in SMT5 so far. But that's 3 games in a row where I've had to speak French. I'm not a happy man. Head out of the forest and along the west, just in the encampment by the dock and the lake. So okay with the dock and the lake. Wow, 816? Okay, that's a weird looking enemy. Not as weird as the finger mushrooms. Why did I call it that? But still pretty weird. Ow, did you just crit? Whoa. Oh yeah, the Vulcans! You can't see their butt in this though, it's sad. It's very sad, you can't see their butt in this. Not in this game, but in Breath of Fire 3 you definitely can. And don't ask why you want to see a rock butt, but you can. Just don't ask questions. It's probably better not to ask questions, really, to be honest. Also, that dealt quite a lot of damage. Of course. I have a freaking poison attack. Like, why wouldn't you have a poison attack? Sleeping in the open is good. Do you want to sleep in the open? Sure. Why not? Let's save it. I pressed B again. Well, it gives me a good chance to check the guide here. In case you're wondering, I didn't mean to do that. You can do one of two things now. You can go to the Wildcat restaurant to the west and the encampment on the other side of the waterfall there, or you can head north. Let's go. Sure, why not? What can go wrong in here? Wildcat's restaurant is very strict about manners. Please follow the caution notes. What are the caution notes? Ladies and gentlemen, you may check in your things here. Do you want to check in? No? And yes at the same time? Sure, why not? Return your things when you're leaving. Have a good time. Oh, did he just take all my items? Yep, that's what he did. Please remove your hats here. I'm not wearing a hat. Sure. Why am I suspicious of this? Please take off your jackets here and put on a napkin. Sure? Did you exchange your weapons and shields with a plate and a fork here? Sure? Please rub salt and pepper on your bodies. The user are told before while thinking how strange it is. It's almost mealtime. How would you like your meat cooked? I'm usually a well done person, so I guess I'll pick that. Although I have a feeling I shouldn't have picked that. Dance, everybody, dance! Let's see, is it done yet? It's raw? That's strange. Well, that's alright. Oh, it's cut out by making bite-sized sticks! Ha ha ha! Oh shit. Hmm. Well, this could only go wrongly. Oh, even if... Okay, so even if you target the, it doesn't auto-target. Of course it doesn't. Well, I'm probably very dead, so... Ow. So I guess I wasn't supposed to do all the things that the game told me to do. Because now I'm dead. Yeah. So maybe I shouldn't have done that. Alright, so now I'll not remove all my stuff and try that again. Just disobey everything. Well, at least I know now. Not... No. Oh, the guy didn't tell me this. But he is very buff, so I guess I guess he gets a pass for being very buff. I guess you get a pass, maybe. So I guess this is an extra thing, but hey ho, might as well do it now. I forgot I had no items, so does that do anything? I don't know, maybe it shouldn't have done that. Right, let's do this again, except now we have our weapons and armor. Now, how did I use Cure on? Oh, okay. Yay! Holy shit! 5,600 XP! Ooh, Dream! Ah, lost! In that case, I'll use my secrets. Yeah, achoo! Goodbye! Did he just... Okay. I guess we did it? We feed the strong people, we cook the weak people. You mad that I tried to turn you into sticks? No. Really? You're very forgiving. It's very hard to forgive someone that tried to kill you. You're a soft heart, aren't you? Ah, yes. Ho ho, I'm so glad. Everything's fine. I'll treat you to a meal for your kindness. My cooking is very good and I'll give you stamina. Will you eat? Sure? Ooh, HP went up, like, up permanently? Or up as in up, up? I think it went up permanently. Well, that was, a thing that we did. Oh, give me back my items, you. Yeah, give me them back. Give me my items back. Well, that was a unique experience that I never want to do again. Ow! Okay. Yeah, die please. Wow. They deal a lot of damage. Well, that was yeah, let's see it so that I don't have to do that again. Right. From the encampment head west a bit, then follow the trail up and at the lake at the top of the hill, head east. Now here's hoping that Curse does not persist after battle. It does. Yeah, punch a rock. That's gonna help you. Oh, this must be Witch's Tower here. Ow! Yeah, I might go back after this fight, because that cold breath is insanely strong. Jeez, like I wasn't expecting that. Hey Katie, how are you? Happy Friday. It is Friday, yeah, it is. Had to double check. Again. Let's lose track on what day it is. But I hope you're well. I, I'm having a pretty good Friday. Just very chill. Very chill. We almost in the game we almost got cooked. Just don't ask. Or maybe do. So the guide recommends Cat, Rand, and Nina, so I guess I'm obeying the guide. I do hope there's like a heal-on point in here or something. Poison. Okay, didn't get poison, good. Oh gosh, Kitty. Well, hopefully things get better. You know, um, obviously I'm not gonna force it, but obviously you know where we are if you need you. You know where I am if you need me. Say that again, James. And obviously sending lots of hugs if required. Not bad, but you can't open my gate that easily. Okay, sure. Okay, go Nina. Um, After the battle, do it again. That's right, you must continue to fight and win. Wow, that was a crit. Alright, come in. Sure? So don't grab the chest that's on the dais, as that'll prevent escape. Head to the left door. Left. I know, Kaylee. We all have days like that. Trust me. I definitely know what that feels like. Where you just want to be left alone and things like that, and when you're wiped out, things like that. But yes, back to Breath of Fire. Do you want to head upstairs? Love that you have to check which way is left. Listen. Give me compass points, not left and right. Even though it's literally the same. Like, if you give me compass points, I'll be fine, but otherwise, no. Ooh, cure all. No, they're way harder. I mean, the thing about it is, like, North never changes. Like, you know, North is up, and you know that West is left. No, don't curse me. Okay, then, good. Like, I remember, this is a funny story. Story time of James. So there's a road. Surely left and right don't change. Well, here's the thing. I was about to say, like, this is story time of James on that exact point. So there's a road in my town where it's like, it says like actually on the tarmac. Well, I mean, useless. It's your left, my left. Exactly. Or unless unless. Oh, okay. No. On the road, it's like pointing that way. No, that way, because this is a reverse camera, or this is a camera reverses everything on it. So, look right, which points that way, and then look left, which points the other way. But when you turn around and you're crossing from the other side, it's confusing. I get confused. Okay, just I get confused. Even I confuse myself explaining that. I don't feel I did well explaining that. Right, so did that. Go back to the mirror and go through the right door and up the stairs. At the top of the stairs, follow the path up and left. What are these statue things? I know they're statue things, but what are they? Poison. Okay, poison again. Oh wow, there's a bunch of chests here, okay. Something's not right here. Now head for the door on the left, follow the path down, take note of the chest in the other room. Yes, I say that. And I guess we go up the stairs. Yeah, head up the stairs to the next level. Poison. They poison you and they curse you? This is. Maybe I should run away from these guys, because they inflict status effects on you. Because I only have 5 of the status curing items. Oh god, what the hell is this? What is this? Why is this here? Okay. Head up from the stairs and you see there are 5 premium platforms linked by chains. This next platform you see where each platform will take you, but screen to follow on GBA version, so I'll tell you where to go. Hop on the second one from the right. So this one? Well, I guess that wasn't right. And I can't go. I can't. Okay, so you. Oh, if you fall down a hole as Nina. Maybe that was the right one. There are many chests here, but as you open some of them, pitfalls open up, be careful. Well then, I'll change the Nina so that I don't fall down the pitfalls. You're rather right. I appreciate that, Keely. Money! You know what that reminds me of, Keely? I saw something on Twitter the other day where there's literally a town in America that's named streets. This street, that street, and the other street. And I'm like, if I gave directions to this area, everyone would be screwed. Oh, once you've... But I can't ride the platform back. Oh god. Have I screwed myself here? Like, it's just like, if I gave directions in there, it'd be chaos. It wouldn't be good. It'd be like, here you go down this street and go up the other street, and then you go down that, and then, like, it would just be, it wouldn't be good. Okay, hopefully that reset it. I'm hoping beyond all hope that reset the thing. Well, even if it didn't, I'm back to the start again, so it's fine. Directions, because I remember routes by things, i.e. buildings, etc. Not by this, right? Yeah. Yeah, no, I know what you meant. I'm just bad at giving directions in general, because I don't drive. So, like, anytime a driver comes up to me and says, oh, here, can you tell me how to get to such and such a place? I'm like, okay, I know how to get there if I was walking, but any other way, I'm like, nope. Yeah, definitely does. Right, back here again. Um, hop on the far left one. So this one. See, that's the problem with trying to run, because you don't always run. So there's no point in running if you can't run. Wow, Rod dodged. How can something be that slow that Rod managed to dodge it? Oh, help BL. Don't know what that does, but hopefully it does something. Whenever you and Hobby go for a city break, for example, York people send their approaches for directions like where we're locals. And it happens in Edinburgh as well, like sure I sound Scottish. uh, that sounds... That sounds like hell. Okay, well, we're here. Go upstairs at the end of the hallway. The statue almost looks like alive. I mean, this is the problem. Like, I am a local of my town, and I still don't know how to get to places. So it's like, yeah, this is not going to work. It just isn't going to work. You're flattered as you're approachable. You look approachable, but I'm not as everyone else. That's a mid. That's upstairs. Head down the path. On the chest, though. Oh, herb. Wow. A herb. Oh god. There we go. Okay, so I can't do that at the same time as streaming. Would you like to leave? No. Oh, I like hard workers. Hahaha. Okay. Then head left. Okay, what next? And the next one, there are buttons on the floor that are pressed when you walk on them. These alternate the gates open when you and close when you step on the button. Step on the button as you make your way up the left side of the hall towards the first set of gates. So in other words, Oh, I see. I think. Uh, so I don't know what Curse does. It's probably not good, whatever it is, but... Any weekend plans? Currently no. Currently not really any, specific weekend plans. Chores. Doing chores. Would probably be what I'd be doing. But apart from that, I have no weekend plans. Probably just very chill. My weekends are always pretty chill. Although it does get... I don't want to say this. It does get lonely sometimes, so... But it's fine. It's fine. I'm used to it. I think I feel that way because, I felt that way recently because, one of my old friends that I keep in contact with on Facebook basically was like, hey, I'm expecting a child. I'm like, oh, okay. And yes, I'm happy for them, of course. Like, I was like, oh. Like, I was about to go on like a tirade of like, hey, it's the point of life getting a job, finding someone and having a child, and I was like, I don't know. Maybe I'm thinking too much into it. Wizard ring? West robe. But as I said, I'm happy most of the time. Like, I very rarely get off days. I try not to let it get to me. Exactly, yeah, that's the thing. I don't want... Like, that's the thing, like, seeing stuff like that does, like, put pressure on you sometimes. Which obviously is a negative thing, like, and I don't want that in my life. Right. We kind of didn't mean to get those, but we got them. Head up the stairs. Oh god, moving platforms? Okay. Wise hoop. Is it a hula hoop that's wise? Can you imagine a wise hula hoop? I can't. But it seems funny. Ooh, increase of wisdom. Well, I know who I'm equipping that to. So we got that. There's a door to the right of the last platform leads outside. Ride the platform from the island to the other side of the room and enter the stairs. I want to check something actually. Okay, so it doesn't take all AP, it just takes 27. Which is pretty much all anyway. Ow. Okay, double crit, stop that. Hi. I'm glad you made it, you brave boy. My name is... Nimufu? What can I do for you? Oh, are you blushing? You're so cute. Come here. Oh, great. Great. What's wrong? What? Frog? Oh, that frog. If you'll play with me, I'll tell you. Oh, great. You're a good boy. I won't turn you into a frog. I'll make you my pet. Well, that went well. What's wrong? Why are you leaving? Is it because I'm a witch? Are you afraid of me? Oh, I understand. Nobody ever likes me. Then I'll kill you first, then play with you. You can't... Never mind. Okay, well, that's a thing. Burn! Ow. That actually wasn't that much damage, so I think I'm fine, but... Wow, that was ridiculously easy, okay. Cat made level 18, nice. Why? How can I lose? Boo-hoo-hoo! I'm so beautiful. And the only thing that loves me is a frog. Boo-hoo-hoo! Why do I have to read these lines? Why? Why do I do this to myself? I lose. About the frog. If a young girl kisses him, he will change back to normal. Now please leave me. Sus? Head back down the tower, but don't exit by falling out the window in the room with the 4 running platforms. I said. Wait, what? Don't exit by falling out the window in the room with the 4 moving platforms. Instead, head back down to the 5 platforms on chains. Oh, okay, I know why. Okay. Oh! Crit dodge? Nice. Oh, right, I used all my AP. Nice crit. Oh, you can't... I was about to say, you can't actually, You can't actually, exit out here properly. You have to do this puzzle again. Great. I was hoping that switch would lower the gate. It didn't. I suppose I could just try and fall down the hole, see what happens. Yeah, you know what? Stuff it. Fall down the hole. Oh, good. Literally here. Okay. Right, the far right one. Over to the left side of the room through the door. Maybe I should heal? Hi. Oh, I had a fight with the witch. And she turned me into stone. You guys saved me? I'm Sesso, water shaman. I've got to hurry back and get back to my granny. Okay, bye. Oh, that doesn't work? Why doesn't that work? This is a dungeon. Because I realized I had a spell for... I had exit. And I was like, wait, I can't use this? It's fine. I guess this isn't considered a dungeon then. But it definitely felt like a dungeon, so to me it's a dungeon. But apparently it's not a dungeon, so I'm like, well. That's my literal last. So definitely needs to restock in town of herbs. And other things. Because these flies are annoying. They poison you, they curse you, they do everything to you. At least these guys are just like physical attackers. So they're not as bad, still. Surprised Cat has less max HP than Nina. But hey ho. Let's get out of here. Yay, I'm out! First, let's go to heal. I guess we just head back to the thing? But first I do want to heal and see him so I don't have to do that again. How am I playing this on the way? That's a very good question, Keely. I'm playing this on what's known as a Game Boy player. It's an accessory for the GameCube that allows you to play regular Game Boy games, Game Boy Color games, and Game Boy Advance games. So that's how I'm playing it. So it's basically I'm playing a GameCube game, but I'm not. Yeah, it's a thing. How do I get this? I don't want to tell you this, Katie, but it's kind of rare. Like, you can't look it up. You can look up Nintendo GameCube Game Boy player, but don't make sure you get it all complete, because most sellers only give you the disc and not the thing in the bottom. You need the disc and the thing in the bottom to make it work of a GameCube. Otherwise, it just doesn't work. And you need both of them. So bear that in mind if you do want to get one. Just a pre-warning on that, because there be a lot of scammers out there for it. Yeah, definitely have a look. I think it's pretty expensive, so be careful. Or it's pretty rare nowadays. Most GameCube stuff is pretty rare for whatever reason. If you want, I'll type it into chat as well, just so that you know what you're looking for. Please? Okay, give me 2 seconds. Game Boy. Oh, well, I'll type the whole thing. Nintendo GameCube Game Boy Player colon disc and the player itself. So I think that's just called the. I think that's just called the accessory. There you go. See, I don't actually know what it's called. The bottom bit. I'm sure it has a name, but I don't know what that name is. So. Dear, come back! So yeah, just be careful whenever you're looking for it. If you want to get it, get both the disc and the actual like bottom of it. Oh, I see. All I need is a young girl to kiss me. Then the spell will be released. Well then, kiss me as much as you want, see if you play. Oh, oh, you beautiful mademoiselle. You'll give me that kiss then? Cat, please bonk him. What's the big deal? It's easy. It's just a kiss, right? Oh, Cat. Oh, Cat. What? It's easy. It's just a kiss. Oh, okay. I'm going to do it. Yeah! Did she literally just do a tackle attack on him? Ah! Woo! Rivet, rivet, rivet. Oh god. What is happening? Did the power of a kiss just make massive explosions? What is happening right now? Oh, Travian! That was wonderful! I'm returning to normal! Normal. Bonjour, everyone! I'm the Prince of Semaphore. My name is... Why? My name is Akaru Hop de Pejien, John. Merci beaucoup for saving me. Let's go, everyone. My castle's in the middle of the lake, and it's a wonderful place. I'll take you there. You may rejoice. Yay? I don't know if it is a yay. No. Although I know you need John for this next bit, but I want to go back. Around that time... Wait, what's happening? Meanwhile, in the League of Evil... wow, we actually have like houses. Hey, stupid! I did it. What? You calling me stupid? Ryu's tiny town has turned into a wonderful town. Yay! Okay. That's a thing that happened. Right, I'm gonna go restock, because I need items. Um... John might be able to equip that. I think I'm stocked up now. I think I'm stocked up now. Just a bit. Just a tiny tad. Buys like 27 antidotes, 20 odd curse removal items, 20 odd herbs, 20 odd health potions. I think I'm stocked up. Um... Okay, so we have that. That's actually weaker. Huh. Yeah, so your offense is like really bad. Worse than Nina's. Jesus Christ, that's bad. I didn't save it, did I? I don't think I actually saved it. So let's save it. Right. Now instead of hitting the scene for put John in front, Cheshire Frog head up to the lake, on top of the hill, and swim down the waterfalls to head into a cave. We'll need to go back through this way. Wait, where is this? Oh, up there? Tan. I... I don't like these flies. I really don't. I'm sure they don't like me, but I don't like them either, so... I guess it makes it fair, I guess. Wow, John killed something, yay. God, these stupid flies. That always curse you. I don't like it. And I've nothing to really cure curse either, so it's like, what do I do? I don't even know what curse does. I assume it's not good. Nice level up for John. Checker? I don't know what that does. Use while fighting? Huh. Okay. I can't believe that 3 games in a row I've had to speak French. 3 games in a row. I should be mad about it. Let me get some cool items. Talk to you. I've I've been waiting a long time for you. I'm glad you came, Ryu. Let's not forget about why I was waiting for you in such a strange place. I have something to give you. Here. Huh? The weight is finally off my shoulders. Huh? I'm not serious? Do I have to be serious all the time? Wait, what did that do? Oh, we have level 2. We have level 2 dragon transformations. Already, wow, that's that's pretty good. Okay, that's pretty good. No, I'm not wasting that on you. I mean, giving you more wisdom seems pretty good. Right, now you've done that. You can do one of two things now. You can either go to Semaphore to continue the story, or head back and recruit people for your township. I recommend the latter, as you can put. Well, I guess we can go there. There's a partner's weapons there, potentially. And plus it gives me a chance to grind a wee bit. Earth Farmer. It's not like... Okay. Whoa! 107 defense? Hell yeah. I mean, it lowers my vigor, but... Yes, please. Wow. There we go. I wanted to get here. Save it. Let's check the map, actually. I suppose I'll be able to go... here? Oh, Stuart flies again. Oh, you can? Hmm. Well, that's a thing. I thought you could. I guess frogs can't go in the sea. But normally they can, so I'm like, why not? I guess because it's not the sea, it's something else. I don't want to walk all the way back, but I guess I have to. And I do need a stand to cross over to get this, so. Cause I thought you could just go, oh, you can just go in the water. Any water. But no, apparently you can't. Because it's not any water, I guess. I guess it's because it's not actually like water, but it should be. So I guess I should look up. See, why does it do that? Trying to figure this out. I'll figure it out after stream. Not massively important. No idea. I guess I'll have to just work my way back. Even though I don't want to. That's the other way. But hey, call it grinding, I guess. As usual, freaking poison breath, just poisons. And I can't really do anything about it. Maybe I shouldn't have went back, but the guy said go back, so I am going back. Because apparently there might be like new weapons and stuff. So we'll see. So confusing. I thought I definitely had like warp. I guess I don't. I wish I did have warp. I'll try that. Right. Hopefully this was worth it. I suppose I have to make it daytime for it to be worth it. Hmm. Everyone, I'll cook anything. I don't know what that does, so I'm not gonna mess with it. I guess I should have made it daytime. Can I rest for you? Nope. That's just back here, okay. Directly affects what you're trying to look like. Yes, I've done that. There are a total of 27 different residents to choose from in the game, each of them giving you something different. Oh god. For the first half of the game, no one says So I guess, like, where do you find these people? Yeah. Doesn't say anything about where to recruit these guys. Oops, I didn't pick. I picked exit. Oh, okay. Is there a well? Oh, there is a well here. Um. Okay. Also, weird music. Interesting. Right. So I guess I'll figure out where to get these people, and in between episodes I'll get them, and or in between sessions I'll get them, and we'll finish off here. I think that's what I'll do. Yeah, so I'll finish off here, and then next session I can start off where we actually need to go. So I'll do that. Because, yeah, I'm not walking all the way back on stream. Oh, right. Let me find someone who's on. Let's see. Yeah, right. With me on and yes. I made the right choice here. Um, yeah. Let's read Ghetto. I don't get to read Ghetto very often. Let's read Ghetto. She's playing Phoenix Wright, and she's a good friend, so we're reading her. And I should be back, all being well, on Monday. Did I spell it right? I did. Okay, right. Bye. See you in time, same place, same bat channel. Bye.